What's happening, my beautiful people? My name is Mike LaBelle, and today, my friends, we're talking upgrades. FIFA 21. Players that need that assistance, move their ratings on an upward trajectory, projection. We're knocking on the door. Let us walk through. This is my voice, my opinion. Players not in order. We're just gonna talk about a bunch of guys that deserve an upgrade, and I know in the comments you're gonna let me know who else needs to be on this list. And if you want to be featured in the next video, because I feel after upgrades, we have to discuss downgrades. Which players need to be downgraded? I will happily incorporate quite a few of your comments in the following episode to this video. Police! Seriously, police! They're coming after those downgrades. Disclaimer, sometimes it's easier to talk about attackers compared to midfielders or defenders when you're looking at the up and up. We all remember the goal scorers and sometimes forget the key play where they broke up something in the midfield or a big defensive stop. And I'm not saying it should be that way. Midfielders and defenders need a lot more love, probably even more so on the defensive end. A lot of midfielders still receive the proper appreciation. Just going on a side tangent right now, if you want more content like this, make sure to drop a thumbs up. You see the videos we've been uploading consistently every Tuesday, every Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. Mark your calendar. Turn on notifications. For FIFA 21, expect that to continue, plus adding in additional videos as I'm able to complete those videos. I want to keep the quality on the up and up. Don't want to start putting out suspect material. That's not what we're about at Dirty Mike Incorporated. We give that stamp of approval. Fonzo Davies starts out 72. Canadian dream. Starting fullback, wingback, Bayern Munich. This is obvious. It's not a matter of if or even when, but by how much. How significant of an upgrade are we going to see with Alphonso Davies in FIFA 21? He can no longer be a silver. Gotta be at least an 81. Davies is the next gen console. Just a reminder, he's only 19 years old. Some of North America's finest. This just doesn't happen. Talent, at least from our region, typically does not travel to Europe that well, and especially not a top 4 club where they're able to put on a clinic, make a difference, and without that much maturity. We got to give a lot of credit to Edmonton, the Whitecaps, because he not only went over to Bayern Munich, but he became a staple, a starter, a difference maker, a game changer almost immediately. It was a very quick transition. He showcased that he was ready. Phil Foden, 76 base. 20 years old, English, Manchester City, performing well on the pitch, big in the FIFA world. Everything aligns for some sort of improvement here. I'm not expecting anything major, but he should pocket a couple points. We're moving the needle in the correct direction, or the compass is signifying where we should go. No idea if that worked. Welcome to the YouTube channel. Youssef Atal, man. Youssef gets busy. He's so big in the FIFA community. I actually believe his fandom and his popularity has grown via the video game and people watching him now in real life. We're seeing a parallel. I'm not gonna front. Youssef shared one of my stories on Instagram and I felt really good about it because the amount of goals that I have scored, plays that I've broken up, moments of greatness that Atal has given me, so much happiness. Felt like we had that connection. He's become that much of a constant or a repeat offender for dominating matchups and also winning individual matchups. One of the most well-rounded players in FIFA 20. Need a midfielder, a fullback, winger, striker, equal-footed, skill moves, speed. Oh, and he's so damn dynamic. Let's talk team of the season Atal for just a moment. That is a top 10 team of the season foot item, period, including everyone. That good. I haven't used many players that provide a better FIFA experience. Have I given this man enough superlatives and compliments? Started with a 77. We've seen an 81, 84, 86, 92. 4 upgrades, couple informs, couple promos. He's got to be moving into that 80 club to start out FIFA 21. Ben Yedder. Ben Yedder. I dare you to try to challenge Ben Yedder if you're a defender. He terrorizes the FIFA streets. He's the superhero if he's the good guy. He's the main adversary or the villain, just depending on perspective. What's he at this year? 18 goals on the season. I know that he's 29, almost 30, but this should be one of those 86 plus strikers to start out next year. Even with the rating increase, I don't think it's possible for Ben Yedder to improve from what he's achieved in FIFA 20. And I mean that in the best way possible. Maybe it's complimentary. He's just been that good. Like I said, I know he's banging on 30, and EA does not like to reward age with progression. But it would be doing a disservice to the career that he's put together, both on the pitch and the destruction on the virtual pitch, if you don't give him some helpers. Show the man some love for his individual achievements and accolades. And he might be the most feared player, at least for yours truly, to try to stop during a weekend league. I have tweeted Ben Yedder many times. I'm not proud of it, but it had to happen. I was just committed to doing whatever was necessary to concede less goals. Mason Greenwood, 67 base, teenager, newbie gains, United benefits. How can he not receive some level of an increase? But don't expect him to be an 85 or even an 80. I'm expecting just barely get into that gold category, just off the cusp. Maybe a 75 or a 76, a non-rare in FIFA 21. Let him grow into his role. Still a teenager. Another similar story with SAKA. Arsenal, homegrown. True and true. I know the fans at Arsenal support this man. Been in the academy since he was 8, 9, 10 years old. I've heard some interviews. Well-spoken young man. Seems like a gentleman. Not so much on the pitch. I will say this. There is no freaking way he ends up being a 65 next year. Similar to Mason, he's going to be a low-level gold is where I've got him ending up. Maybe a 75, a 76. Just gets himself into the conversation. 1 or 2 informs away from being very relevant, especially if it was early on to start out the FIFA 21 calendar year. We'll take those upgrades. Give us a little more of that pace, on pace, on pace. And I could be a tad too far optimistic. 10-point increase, gold territory. They might slow his roll and give him a rare silver even. 73, 74. But I could foresee the low-rated gold being part of the progress. Holland, where do you put him? We saw him at a 73, got all the way up to a 79. And I'm not talking about informs or other promotions or team of the season. Is there a more upgraded player in FIFA 20? Is there a player in the world that deserves more upgrades? Check this out. 4 informs, 6 promo upgrades. This man has received over 10 upgrades in 1 FIFA year. What ranking do you give him in next year's installment? He's got to be mid-80s at least. What an absolute beast. Monster. Incredible Holland. And he was in the trailer. You can't have your trailer player with lackluster numbers, lackluster statistics. That just wouldn't be right. ZANIOLO, 74 to 77. A little bumpty bump. We saw a Future Stars 86. I'm on board with an 80 flat rate. No drop shipping. Maybe I have the bias to believe in the hype. Also, being a youngster, big club, a lot of history at Roma, that plays a factor. If you don't believe me, that's fine. I'm just providing you with information based on observation. EA looks at the big clubs, the more successful clubs, young talent on those clubs typically get bigger upgrades quicker. Even the big name talent on those same clubs receive better ratings. It is what it is. I like percentage play, and they're just more likely. Plain and simple. At least if we're comparing the major clubs to the mid-tier or the lower tier within the big leagues. Don't make me a bad guy. I'm just providing the information. Pulisic. I'm American. He's been balling out at Chelsea. We're going to keep this one short, sweet, and biased. Oh, by the way, he had a 94 overall summer heat iteration. Highest American we have ever seen in any FIFA installment. That's a fact. Not an opinion piece. Not subjective. Hernandez. That rating just doesn't cut it. 76, multiple informs, plus Milan, who's been revitalized partially from Zlatan coming in and sharing his energy, that mindset, that belief. There to Zlatan. But Hernandez is part of that success story. It's not all Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Many players have came to play from AC Milan in order for them to start to regain that swagger, that confidence. Can challenge for an upper echelon position in the Serie A. Danny Ings, 20+ goals in the Premier League with Southampton. I don't care about age, injuries, or even club in this case. If he doesn't collect some sort of upgrade check, which is my reference to a stimulus check, which if you're not American deals with taxes, because I don't know how that works in Europe or in Asia or in Africa or South America or wherever you're watching from. But if he doesn't collect, we have to send out some emails. We got to make some phone calls. That just ain't right. Sancho, we haven't seen many high-rated foot items on my list or on my countdown or on my suggestions, but this is upgrade 101. English, big club, young, performing, living up to the hype, ambitious, This could be that 86 or 87 realm for a baseline and next year's drop. Solid. Deserved. Hand clap. Saluted. Appreciated. Did I say enough? Did I give him enough credit? He's the highest rated starter statistical foot item on my discussion list, or some of my discussion points. That was a mouthful. If you try to say that fast, it's going to be a tongue twister. 3 to 5 times. Good luck. Valverde. We've seen the 77. We've seen the 81. Small love. Crawl before you walk. I believe in a love touch with the rating increase. I just think he deserves it. And I'm looking at a lightweight increase. No heavy lifting. Still going to be in the low 80s. Let's talk about it. And if you're saying, Mike, where's the mention of Liverpool players or Atalanta or Leeds United? Exactly. I just left them in their whole section of a squad. You can basically take the entire team for the most part, and I am generalizing, and add some level of increase statistically for all of the players. And I'm generalizing here. But tell me I'm wrong. Look at Liverpool's team, the success they've had. How many guys deserve to be downgraded? Atalanta, score goals for fun. The beautiful game. Leeds United dominated back to the Premier League. So much history. Nostalgic vibes. If you've got some age behind you, if you want to guess their ratings, we can maybe make dedicated videos on any of these clubs or the squads. Or the players, to show them some additional love. But if I was going to make this video, I could almost take the entire team and start saying, he should get an upgrade. 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 We would be the Oprah Winfrey of EA improvements or upgrades. Ultimate team bumps. What do you call it? Rating increases. Value in game. Market value. Economics. FIFA-nomics. Footsie 100. Good times. If you remember that series. Wow. You are a throwback supporter. We appreciate you. That's where we're ending the video. The comments hopefully have been stirred up. If you want to talk downgrades, you want to be featured in that video, comment down below. Worst players or players that need the largest downgrades. Maybe worst sounds a little bit harsh. Players that need those downgrades. Players that did not live up to the hype. Or maybe guys that are very high rated and just had an off year. Didn't fit in with the new program. Didn't click with the new teammates. Sometimes an injury also puts players in a poor position, and just age. If you're new to the channel, it is free to subscribe. Turn on post notifications, and I have a lot more content coming for you ASAP.